Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Thankful Thursday, June 23rd, and welcome to another episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is here to talk about his new project, Black Straight Blues. He is an actor and producer and has produced and worked on such films and projects such as Paper Heart and Tina and Lori. Welcome our very special guest today, ladies and gentlemen, Dejuan Ford.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, hello, and welcome to the Dollhouse. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm blessed. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. It is such a pleasure to meet you. It's been longly awaited this week and it's
Oh
finally
yeah.
here.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
All right. So before we get into this interview, how has 2022 been to you thus far? Because I know we've had some ups and downs with this
hmm
pandemic. Numbers are going up. So much is going on in the world. How has your 2022 been for you thus far?
Well, fortunately for me, it's been going great. We're actually, as you mentioned, we're working on Black Straight Blues right now. We're actually currently shooting. I'm gonna hop out my truck and kind of show you guys what's going on set. But this is actually my fifth project this year. So we've been working. So we're definitely blessed. Definitely.
Okay. Okay. So let's open the storybook. How did you get your start into acting and producing, and where did you grow up?
So I'm from the west side of Detroit. I grew up off of 8 Mile. I went to Mumford High School. I initially got back into acting. I did some acting, when I was in elementary and middle school, but I got back into it. I was doing a podcast, and I had Thomas L. Harris and Martell, came on. And I was just joking around, like, hey man, the next time y'all shooting a movie, I want to get in the scene. Whoop whoop. And the next thing I know, they invited me on set. It was actually McGraw Ave, season one. So I came on set. They threw on a vest and they gave me a gun and I was shooting people and doing all type of stuff. And I just loved the whole process behind it. So it really kind of reignited my interest for acting.
Okay, okay. So, who are some of your favorite actors and producers? And if you could collaborate with any, who would be your top three? Shout outs to my girl, Karma's Paradise.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say, like I tell a lot of people, I'm kind of locked into the independent film industry. So it might sound crazy, but I really don't even watch, a lot of the mainstream movies. So a lot of the people that I watch, Dennis Reed, he's my big bro. He's actually the reason why I got into the production side of it. So I watch a lot of Dennis Reed movies. Dan Brown, Moolah Films. I seen Zach on here. Zach and CK. I got CK on set right now. But I really, I'm really all about our culture. Lisa Brown, Director Beasy. So I'm really kind of locked into what we're doing right here because it's like it's about to really take off. Like, everybody's working. When I tell you, I've been on 5 sets over the past 3 months. It's just, constant work. So, but to answer your question, my top producers and my top filmmakers, they're all Detroit filmmakers. Like I'm fully invested, in our culture, and I want to see everybody win. So that's all I watch on TV right now is Tubi, and I might catch a couple NBA games, but for the most part, I'm watching Tubi movies.
Hi, Empress. Hi, K2s. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys go and check out the K2 Spot, another talk show and platform. I just recently did an interview with my brother K2, and definitely the one check his platform out. That's a platform you
Oh
definitely
yeah,
might want on as well too. We're all
for
about
sure.
supporting. I love what you said, which is I'm about supporting independent Black
Yeah,
artists because there's so
yeah.
many of us out here that is striving, and I hate that it took for this pandemic for a lot of Black content creators to pull out whatever their
Uh-huh.
bag that they had inside of their bag. And it's crazy
Yep.
because we never
You
expected
going?
this to happen.
I'm trying to slide back through.
Okay.
I'm gonna run down to No Joe's, do this little shit right quick.
Yeah, sorry about that. We got people on the scene.
Sorry about
we on set right now, so we might get a couple more interruptions. So
No, you're good. We understand that this is
uh,
live and in color because people are
yep,
waiting to see this project, which we're going to be talking a little bit about. I know you can't give a whole lot
right,
away,
right,
but let's
yep,
go to some of your previous projects. Okay,
uh-huh,
The First Lady 3, Paper
yep,
Heart, and Tina and Lori. So, out of all of your projects that you've done, because in the beginning of the interview, mid part, you said you've been working on like 5 projects. So, that's a lot. Like, how do
oh
you
yeah.
find the balance? And which project holds a very special place to your heart? Because I know it's like asking you to choose one of your favorite children.
Right. I mean, honestly, I would say Tina and Lori, because that was my first project that I did on my own. I teamed up with a longtime friend, Alexis Louise. She wrote it, directed it. So Tina and Lori was like my first production, my first production on my own. I collabed with Dennis Reed on First 83 and Paper Heart, but Dennis, he kind of showed me the game. So I wasn't really as hands on as I was with Tina and Lori. With Tina and Lori, I handpicked the cast, the production team. So I would say out of all of them, Tina and Lori is kind of like my baby right now.
Okay, and we got another actor in the building. Shout out to Lamar Elliott, ladies and gentlemen. He just celebrated his birthday, and we did an interview Tuesday. It was a great interview. Shout outs to Savvy Entertainment as well, to Savvy ENT, Black owned. If you're in the Baltimore area, definitely go and check her out as well
Oh
too.
yeah,
So
for sure.
he's a force to be reckoned with and making a name for himself. He's been in the game 6 years, so
Oh yeah.
that's a brother you want to watch out for, right? Is
Okay.
Lamont.
Yep, for sure.
So tell us about this project, Black Straight Blues. Tell us a
Black
little
Straight
bit about
Blues.
it. Yes.
Yep. So pretty much, as you mentioned, First 83. Dennis and I, we had a premiere down in Atlanta. It was actually probably about a year ago today. I would want to say it was June 17th of 2021. And I had a few friends that I went to school with. They moved down to Atlanta. So they were actually working at CC Film Studio, down there in Atlanta. And we all just kind of linked up. We were just talking. And I met a writer. His name was Xavier Miles. And him and I, we were just kind of bouncing some ideas off each other, and we just kind of clicked. And usually, when you talk to people, they kind of BS around, and
Yeah.
it's like nothing really happens. But anyway, long story short, Xavier flew out that following week, and I just kind of drove him around the city. Just showed him different parts, different locations. Kind of taught him about some of our culture here. And when I tell you in about 3 weeks, he had a 130-page script, and it was phenomenal. But the only issue with that was the script was just so damn long. We had to cut it down and really kind of condense it to make it feasible. But pretty much, yeah, Xavier, he's a really phenomenal writer. So we've been kind of working at this thing going on a year now, and I'm really excited to see everything really coming together. Just to kind of give y'all a piece of what's going on. He wrote it like Pulp Fiction. I don't know if you guys seen Pulp Fiction, but it's like 4 different stories, and they're all kind of connected. So like the deeper you get into the movie, you start seeing more and more connections. And we actually have a sequel planned as well. So it's fun. I got Nisha Nashay in it. We got Sada Baby. We got a lot of great actors. We got George Middlebrook. He's done a lot of work down in Atlanta. And this project is really special to me as well because I have a lot of my friends and family in it as well. Like I had my nephews. They came on set a couple of days ago and got a scene in. So this project is really special to me because I got everybody. The cast was handpicked, the crew was handpicked. It's just I'm really excited. About this project. Really excited.
Empress says, "Go George." And my next
Yep.
question for you um, is, how do you work? How do you do it with working with family, finding that balance? You say your nephews being the uncle and then being the
Uh huh.
producer. How do you find that balance?
So, ultimately, what I tell a lot of starting filmmakers, because people, they like to say, oh, I go on Tubi in Detroit, they got the same 4 or 5 actors. But I
Yeah,
tell them, people, they really like familiar faces. And also the reason why we pick a lot of the same people is because we know what they're going to bring. A lot of people see the end result, but it really takes a lot of hard work. We're on set 14, 15 hours a day. A lot of times we're sitting around. Even a couple of days ago, it was 100 degrees and we're shooting outside. So a lot of people, that they see the end result and they think, oh shit, I can just show up and just, and just do whatever.
yeah,
And it's not that easy. So a lot of times we have to find people that we can really rely on, and it's not that easy. I mean, we've casted people and they went missing. They just left set because it was too much waiting around. And you got to really know your shit. See, me on my sets, I'm all about having fun. Everybody, hey, we're shooting a movie, let's do this, but just know your shit. And it's not that easy to remember a lot of these lines. But to answer your question, it's really initially I'll get them started with something small, so that way, it's not that much pressure on them, and I'll watch them and kind of see how they react to that. And then, we'll, kind of, start increasing the dialogue or the scenes. But, first and foremost, if you family or friends or whatever, I'll for sure give you an opportunity. But it's not going to be a leading role. Like everybody want to get, I want to be the drug dealer. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, no, you got to earn your stripes. When I first started off, I was a cop in every damn movie.
yeah.
I started off, I was an extra, and then I had a couple scenes, so I really paid I paid my dues around here. And you gotta prove yourself. You can't just walk on set with the leading role and think you about to kill it, because you might have to put in, multiple 14, 15-hour days.
And I asked that question because we know that most people in the industry, especially working in independent,
Hmm.
working with family can be challenging.
Oh yeah.
You have to set that aside from being the relative and then being the producer of the film and the project. You want to make sure that it all comes together perfectly. And so far, you've
Yeah.
executed that. When
Yep.
I kind of was viewing, because I've seen clips here and there of this
Uh-huh.
project, I said, oh, he's going to be a problem in this blue suit stepping out. So
Oh yeah.
how do you find that balance with being the actor and being Dejuan, the person? Because I know it's when a lot of actors get into character, it's like, okay,
Uh-huh.
you need to come. I'm not the character no longer anymore. I'm
Right.
Dejuan. So how do you find that balance?
Well, for me, it's tough, and it's tough finding the balance between being the executive producer and an actor as well. So even like on the day where you see me when I was wearing the blue suit, I told my crew, I said, please don't call me. I got to lock into this role today. I can't do all the same stuff that I was doing, the previous 5 days, because now I have to actually act. So that's really like the hardest part for me. But as far as acting kind of allows me to really tap into to a lot of my different personalities. Not to sound crazy, but like I really have like 4 or 5 different personalities. Like if you ask 5 people who is Dejuan Ford, you're probably going to get like 5 different answers. Because I'm just different to everybody. Like my mom thinks I'm a certain way. My friends think I'm a certain way. So I'm just I'm a real Gemini. So really acting kind of allows me to really tap into a lot of my different personalities, and that's why I really enjoy it so much.
Okay, okay. Another level says yes. And with acting, it's like you're changing. Like I change outfits, we
Yeah,
change personality when we get
yeah,
into character. And it's
yep,
like you become a whole different person. And I've
yeah,
sat down with actors on this
yep,
platform and watched their projects, and the characters would be so believable. And it's just like
yeah,
when I speak with them, they're a completely different person. And I know you've
yep,
heard of the show Fatal Attraction on TV when I've
uh-huh,
interviewed a couple of actors on there. And I said,
yep,
how do you do this? Have you ever had a moment where you caught yourself like in a trance where you had to kind of pull back because of
oh yeah,
you're committing a crime in the
uh-huh,
project? You're committing a crime in the project. And the director will be like, okay, cut, stop. We don't
yeah,
need it.
yep,
And,
yeah,
you find yourself wrapped up into that. So, yeah.
yep. No, exactly. I mean, because even we had, a few people, where they had to do certain things that they wasn't really comfortable with, just morally, whether it was, a sexual assault or, even shooting somebody. Like I got shot in the scene, and the guy, he was really bothered. He said, I really don't like doing scenes like this because, I don't like, he just it bothered him. But I mean, for me, I look at it, this is in art. So if I got to shoot somebody or I got to do something, we're acting. It's not real. So, but I mean, but for a lot of people, it's hard to really, tap into it. But I mean, for me, I've been back into this for about 6 years now, and I love it. Like when I'm on set, it can get stressful, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. But I just try to consistently preach to everybody, like, let's have fun doing this shit. Like we're shooting a movie and we're getting paid to shoot movies. We could be anywhere else in the world, but we're in Detroit getting paid to shoot a movie. And I think as long as we keep that in mind and move accordingly, like let's have fun with this shit. Just do your job and let's have fun with this shit.
How would you define your strength as a black man?
My strength, my main strength, and one thing that I take pride in is being a father. I have three kids, Dejuan Jr, Mila, and Liam, and for me, just becoming a family man. Looking at my kids grow, and it's just that's really my strength. Like I have conversations with a lot of people, and they just like, oh, I don't want to have kids. When you got kids, you don't have a life. And I sit back and think about it, like my kids is my life. I couldn't picture life without them. So that's really my strength. Right now at this point in my life is just being a father. And just learning every day. And that's I don't want to keep going on a rant, but that's my strength. Being a father.
Have they picked up the acting bug from dad yet?
Dejuan Jr. actually had a cameo. We got another film coming out. It's called Diamond Girls. It's written and directed. Or it's written by Joe Smith and directed by Kamal Smith. That should be releasing August, September. But Dejuan Jr. Because initially they wanted my youngest son, and he just kind of got like stage fright. So Dejuan Jr. He jumped in and he had his first cameo. So he got bit by the acting bug. So he's like all in now. But I really want them to learn the behind the scenes, the production side as well.
What's some of the advice that you've given them while they're on set? You're sitting there as the parent, or
Hmm.
shall I say the dadager? There's the momager and then
Right.
there's the dadager. What's some
Hmm.
advice that you've given to your boys?
Really, my biggest thing is surrounding yourself with good people.
Mm.
Like a lot of times when I'm on set, they want to show me every take or every moment and everything, and I said, I trust you guys. It's the reason why I hired you guys to do this project for me. I don't have to micromanage every single step, everything you guys do. Like I've seen your work. I trust your guys' work ethic. I know what you guys are gonna bring to the table. So for me, what I tell my son, see, because my younger two kids, they don't really care yet. But see, my oldest son, he plays sports and things like that. And I just always emphasize the importance of the people that you're around. Just surround yourself with good people. And that's really like a big key to life. You got to have a solid team around you. It's like I said, your network is your net worth is your network. So you got to surround yourself with good people, and you can do some good things. Because I ain't gonna lie, I mean, without my network, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I'm definitely blessed to have a mom, dad, friends. They supported me through a lot of different things that I went through in my life, and without them, I wouldn't be here today.
And when I did my interview with Lamont, I don't know if he's still here or not, we talked about that as well too, about how important it is to have a strong support circle around you. You
Oh
were with
yeah.
me when I started this particular platform here. I went all in, and my mom, you know how our parents are when you say you're going to do something where it involves getting into the industry. Our parents
Mm-hmm.
sort of just kind of be like, okay, I want you to be a doctor. They kind of doubt
Mm-hmm.
you a little bit, but then when they
Yep.
see things kind of come to full circle and fruition, my mom is finally now understanding and grasping
Yep.
it. She's never been in show business, but
Yep.
for me, learning things along the way, she's learning things along the way, and it's a learning experience for us both. But she's been my rock and a very supportive support system throughout this entire journey
Yep.
with this platform. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. And that's the whole key because I went from not making any money at all, doing this. And then now they're starting to see like, oh, okay, I see it. And really my goal was from day one was to build my network. And now everybody that I've met, over the past 5 or 6 years, I can call them if I need anything, if I need a sound guy, if I need a light guy or, whatever. I got a whole network full of people that I can reach out to, because I built that relationship with them. And, now, my family, they're starting to see it. But, my family supports anything I do. It's just like from, even when I was an extra or whatever, they reposting it.
Yeah.
Anything I do, I have their full support. And I kind of get bothered when I see a lot of people that they always focus on the negative. They look at the people that's not supporting them. I always like to focus on the people that are supporting me. I don't even see the people that's not supporting me. So I'm not worried about them. You see what I'm saying?
Always root for the ones that are applauding for you and making sure that they say, "Good job, you're doing an excellent job." Keep those people
Mm-hmm.
within your. Don't worry about the ones that are not. And I've had to
Right.
learn that along the way as well too. I would really find
Exactly.
myself beating myself up and stressing myself out over who's not supporting me. But now I'm just
Uh.
like, yeah, it is
Yeah.
what it is. So
Yeah.
let them
Nah.
do
Yeah,
that.
you can't even worry about them. Focus on that core group of people that has your back. Like I don't even see the people that don't support. I don't even give a damn. It is what it is.
Absolutely, 100%. All right,
Yeah.
fashion dolls. So you guys know what time it is here with the wand. We're going to get into our two games. The first one is called the Rapid Five. And the
Uh-huh.
wand has to tell us five things that he can't live without. It can be your favorite football team, your favorite food, or just in life in general, like a goal or a passion or things that you can't live without. And then the next one is going to be called Turn the Table. And this is where my guests, for the new viewers out there, that don't know a little bit about Miss Stevie, the hostess here, will get to know about it. So my guests get to ask as many questions as they want to, but we're going to start off with the rapid fire. So Dejuan,
Uh,
for you, what are five things that you can't live without?
of course, first and foremost, this might be 1 through 5, but the one thing I can't live without is my family. From my wife, Jacqueline, to my 3 kids, to my parents. It's just like
Mhm.
without their support and just without them, I wouldn't be here today. So of course, family is first and foremost. Number two, um, man, um, I don't want to sound shallow, but shit, I can't live without money, right? Shit, yeah, I guess money.
Especially in these dire times, right?
Shit. We need that. And I'm sorry. Actually, God, that was. I'm tripping right now. Definitely can't live without my God. He made everything possible.
Always.
For us. Um, what else? I mean, and my team. I've really assembled a great team. We had some rough patches. Just kind of learning each other, but now we're just flowing smooth. And it's just I really see this Detroit independent film thing really taking off. Taking all the way off. So shout out to my production team, and I guess last but not least, like I've been off the Coca-Cola. I don't know what it is. Like I went like 5 years without drinking pop, and it's just like every day that I've been on set, like I've been like fiending for like Coke now. So not I'm talking about Coca-Cola. But yeah, shit, I gotta have my Coca-Cola. Like I don't drink coffee or smoke cigarettes or drink, anything like that. So, but I need a Coke. I don't know what it is. Like I never really been a Coke fan, but like over this past week or so, like I've been needing my Coca-Cola. Like I got a whole 25 pack. I make sure I keep them in the cooler and because this shit, this movie stuff, it looks fun and we have fun, but it can be stressful as well, and shit, we run off 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So, I got to get my, somebody said it's Coke in the Coke. Should I believe it? Shit, it's something in there because I'm like, oh, I be needing a damn Coke every day now. I should a couple of them. But yeah, but I say that's my fifth thing because I mean it's a lot of stuff that I really need, but I guess I don't think I can talk about that on here. So
All right, all right, all right, cats and dolls. Those are the top five. It is time to turn those tables. And this is for my newer viewers out here to get to know about me because I'm a
uh-huh,
mysterious woman. I'm very private. I don't really open up a lot, but this is for me to sort of let down the velvet rope for people to get to know the things that I like, what I
uh-huh,
want to do, passions, goals, dreams, or whatever. So I'm going to pass it on down to the one. And if you guys see me fiddling over here, I'm sorry, but my earrings keep trying to fall. So
uh-huh.
please forgive me. But I'm going to pass it on down to Dejuan, and Dejuan is going to ask me some questions. And this is for you guys to get to know a little bit about me. All right.
Right. So I guess I'm gonna flip the question on you. So what are five things that you can't live without?
First and foremost, my heavenly Father, God. He's the reason I get up in the morning every day. I wake up, I do
Yes,
my
yes,
prayer, meditation, and I can't get up without having a conversation with Him.
for
Secondly, my
sure.
family. Um, Number three, for my ladies out there, y'all know. As you guys can see. Makeup is something that I can't live without. Um, Number four, ice cream, especially during the summer months. Like cookies and cream is my weakness, right? I would
Uh-huh.
have to say cookies and cream ice cream is my weakness. Number four, um, a good book. I love to read, and for us, especially as people of color, we have to stay informed
Yeah.
and educated on what's going on in this world with
Right.
everything that's going on. So, a good book is something that I love to have. That's number four. And number five, I would have to say I love candles, and
Uh-huh.
it goes back to you mentioned Coca Cola being that comfort for you. I love
Yeah.
candles. That it's like
Yeah.
my sanctuary. I don't know what it is, and no, I'm not doing voodoo or anything. but I just love a can. I love a scent. Like there's a scent sets the atmosphere for me. Like a scent can bring you
uh,
happiness. It can make you think of things from your child. It can do
oh
different
yeah.
things for you. But I love
Yeah.
the scent of vanilla. I love lilac. I love sandalwood, coconut, uh, coffee type scents like that. I love a scented candle to kind of
Uh-huh.
set a mood or atmosphere for me before I'm doing the show. Yeah.
For sure. Oh yeah. And then I guess my second question is, do you watch or have you watched any of our movies on Tubi? Like have you watched all of them?
I've seen the one with Tina and Lori. Dope
Uh-huh.
project.
Oh,
Loved it.
okay. Oh,
So
thank
I'm
you. Thank
always
you.
supportive. Yes. And there's another actor, Nelson Davis. He's been promoting his projects as well too on
Uh-huh.
there. And while I'm on there, I checked out the project on there as well. So I
Oh
love it.
yeah. Yeah, that's cool. So did you get a chance to check out Paper Heart and First Lady and all that, or no, not yet?
I need to go back and check those out.
Yeah. Watch them. Yeah, and it's big because every stream counts,
Yeah.
and really our goal is, we're just trying to take it to that next level. It's like I was saying earlier, like I don't even watch like mainstream TV no more. Like we don't even own Netflix account in my house anymore. All we watch is strictly Tubi movies, because I want to really support like our people. This is what we do. This is our lifestyle. This is how we make a living.
Yeah. And to add on to that, it's not easy being an independent producer, an independent artist, an independent anything. It is very difficult.
Right. Oh yeah. No, it really is. I mean, and just I don't want to get too much into the personal side, but we use our own money. Like we're not funded by anybody. Like we use our own money to fund these projects. So it is difficult. So that's why, and I know the struggle behind it. So that's why I don't even waste time even watching this Hollywood shit and all that, because it's these $1 million companies funding this. I rather support my people that's putting their own hard earned work money into their dream. Like if you would have told me I'd be doing this 5 years ago, shit, I would have thought you was shitting me. And for me to be in this position, I'm definitely blessed. So really, like, my main goal is I want to just keep providing opportunities for everybody, whether they want to be an actor, a producer, or do something behind the scenes. Really my goal right now as a producer is just providing opportunities for everybody.
Everybody black, because as far as these people of color, we've had it the most difficult in this industry with trying to get
Oh yeah.
roles, or them even trying to cast us,
Yep.
or not even wanting to open the door.
Yep.
I've had doors closed in my face, and people say, well,
Yep.
you can't do this because you're a
Yep.
woman, or
Right.
and more importantly, you're black. So I
Uh huh.
know what it's
Yep.
like to have a door slammed in
Yep.
my face.
Yep. Exactly. So now, so instead we ain't gotta worry about all that shit. We just created our own situation. Hey, and we here. And we working. And when I tell you, there's multiple projects going on. It's just like it's so bad. Like I had to scramble and find a sound guy or whatever, because it's like everybody's booked up, everybody's working. I like, even right now I got this long 13-day shoot because everybody's schedule is crazy right now. So I had to
When you
stretch
have them,
my shoot out
I know.
13 days. So
I know all too
yep,
well. I know all too well about it because I've
yep,
had to maneuver and do things, move
yep.
interviews back, push. I know it all too well. If you're managing by yourself, and that's another thing. And we got a question for you from Empress. She wants to know, how do I find out about all of your projects?
She can check out my Instagram, or she can just Google it. This is Google Dejuan Ford. This DE capital JUAN, last name Ford. I got everything is on there. You can pull it up and check me out. Follow me on Instagram. I don't have a Twitter. I got Facebook, but yeah, just follow me and check it out. Shoot me a DM. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. If you got any ideas, if you want to come on set or whatever. I'm like I said, I'm all about providing opportunities. For whoever want them. So just reach out to me, shoot me a DM. Whatever the case, and let's get to work.
And what advice would you give to people that are looking to become a producer and actor?
I would just tell them just to start building their network. A lot of people that I talk to, the only people that I really don't give opportunities to is if I say, hey, I have an opportunity for you, and they want to be the drug dealer, or they want to be the lead actress, or whatever the case. And I just kind of share my story with everybody. Is you
Yeah,
got to pay your dues. You gotta start somewhere. You can't just come off bat and just think you about to come into this industry and just take over. I mean, eventually you probably will, but when you start off, just be humble and just know when to be a student. I know when to be a leader and when to be a student. So I'm still learning. I don't know everything. So I want people around me that's willing to learn. So if you're coming off, off bat, oh no, I'm not doing this. I'm not being an extra, and there ain't shit I can do with you. But really, the most important thing that I can tell them is just build that network. Just be humble, be a student, learn, and you'll get a bunch of opportunities, a bunch of them.
absolutely. And you got to start somewhere. Even for me, when I started with this platform, y'all remember the days when I was on Facebook, because I started very, very young. I started in 2016, 2017.
Uh huh.
And I remember the days of where I used to do the show, and I would literally be interviewing people, and I would hold, it was the most craziest thing ever. It would be this
Yep.
little tripod. I would sit the tripod right here, and I had the speaker, like the little surround speaker you attached to your little tablet and everything.
Uh
Like it
huh.
was a lot. So we've come a long way past those days,
Yeah.
as you guys can see.
Yeah.
We've kind of changed, and if you go back and you look at your past and see things differently from how you're doing things now, and the present is just like, wow, you've come so
Yeah.
far. You got to
Yeah.
start somewhere.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the whole thing. A lot of people they want to cheat the grind, but ain't no cheating. I'm gonna tell everybody how it is. Whether it's my nephew or a friend or whatever, and either you're gonna rock with me or not. But I'm not gonna just hand you an opportunity. You gotta earn it. You gotta earn it. And I'm hardest on my friends and family. If they miss a rehearsal, or if they late or whatever, then hey, you gotta catch the next production, because I don't do late. You know.
I love you, but this is about professionalism. This is
Yeah.
about being on top. This is something that you're serious about doing because you never know. Reputation follows in this business.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, okay, there was one time I fell asleep during an interview and I had to catch myself. And they know who
Damn.
they are. I love you, Javen. And our guy, I
Damn.
love y'all. I fell asleep and we had to push it back and reschedule. And the thing about it is, it's about professionalism. So I've never done that
Exactly.
before, but I held myself accountable for it. And
Yeah.
one thing people cannot say about me is I've always been consistent with every single interview that I've done. It's been very
Hmm.
punctual, professional, on
Yeah.
time, straight to the
Yeah.
point, and I try to get a couple of the audience's questions in as well too. And I try to be inclusive with
Yeah.
everything that I do. And it's hard,
Exactly.
it's difficult. Hold,
Yeah.
being able to hold that microphone and be on that platform, whether you're a producer or a talk show host or
Hmm.
wherever, it's a lot deeply invested into that. And the thing
Yeah.
is, you have to be because people follow in this industry and they'll give you a write up. And I can give you an example. I love her down. She's one of my favorite artists, Lauren Hill.
Hmm.
Um, Showing up late to the concert. People are gonna know you as, oh well, you're showing up late to the concert.
Yeah.
She's not on time. She's unprofessional. And I'm just like, I ain't
Yeah.
trying to do that. I want to be
Exactly.
professional with my guests. I want to be on time. So when I say 4
Hmm.
p.m., I'm gonna be there at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
normally, it's since I'm a woman, it's gonna take me a little bit longer. If I'm
Hmm.
interviewing a male guest, because I know the guys like they have girlfriends and stuff at home, and they know for us as women, it takes us a little bit longer to get ready. So
Right.
thank God for Jesus.
Right. Right.
And
Right. Exactly.
thank God for a good makeup artist. Thank you, Melanie. So that's more importantly to me. So it's all about time. Punctuation is key in this
Yeah.
business, especially if you're going into like a big tech company or whatever it is, and you're
Hmm.
presenting your tips to that team, and you
Yeah.
come in an hour late, they're not going to want to hear it. So it's
Yeah.
about
Exactly.
professionalism. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And you see, I was on at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, let me go ahead and hop in my truck and get on here, because I don't want to be, oh, Dejuan, I don't even want to be 5 minutes late. I'm gonna
No.
show up. I told you I'd do it at 4 o'clock. I was here at 4 o'clock, ready to roll.
Hi, Sonny. Wonderful day, my good people. Blessings. Wonderful day
Oh
to you,
yeah,
my
yeah,
brother.
yeah. That's my big bro, Sonny. Yeah, Sonny killed it. He has a big part in Black Straight Blues. So yeah, Sonny is that guy. Sonny is that guy.
So I'm gonna ask both of you this time. What is it like working with your brother? And you said your son is in the film as well too. So what's it like working with your brother, giving him direction? Because I know when y'all were probably younger, it's like you were probably I don't know
Uh
which
huh.
one was probably the boss.
Right. Oh no. See, we're not blood brothers. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like Sonny. Yeah. Yeah. But I met him probably about 3 or 4 years ago on set. So no, Sonny, he's great. He's always open to being a student. He's older. He's wiser. And but Sonny, he's always open. He's always teaching. So it's sometimes when I'm the student, and
Yeah.
then it's sometimes where he'll take on the role as being a student. So I love working with Sonny. Like anytime I see him, pull up, he always makes the set just that much better. Because he provides great energy, to it.
Yeah.
He's talking with everybody. networking. You know, everybody loves Sonny.
And that's what it's all about. Again, in the beginning, you said keeping a great circle around you. Those are the type of people that you definitely need to keep within your circle. Yeah.
Uh huh. Yep, for sure.
And you're welcome, Sonny. Welcome if you're just coming in. We're here with actor and producer Dejuan Ford. We're almost at the end of this interview. So I don't think I have any more questions except what do you want people to take away from this project? Because when I've seen the clips of you guys shooting, I was viewing your stories and I seen you step out in the blue suit. I said, oh, this is about to be a problem. So
Uh huh.
what
Oh
do you
yeah.
want people to take away from this project? What can people expect without giving away too much?
So this project is gonna be about choices, you know, and you know, life is all about the choices that you make, and you know, you gotta deal with the consequences. So, you know, a lot of our characters, they face moments where they gotta make a choice, and that choice, you know, is going to really determine their future. So, you know, really, it was more so about that. We have a lot of messages, you know, in there. You know, I think people that really going to love it. You know, there's a lot of messages, you know, to our people, and you know, I think, you know, Sonny, he's in a really powerful scene, and in my opinion, that's probably my favorite scene, and I'm not even saying that because he's in here right now, but he's, you know, that the scene with Sonny is really powerful, you know, for our culture. So I'm really excited for everybody to see that. But you know, I won't want people to take away, you know, just the choices that you make in life. Like, you know, eventually, you know, you gotta, you know, deal with them, and that's gonna really ultimately determine your future.
Oh yeah. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the you know when a project is powerful when you know the characters are remembered and
Yeah.
someone says, okay, I can relate to this character because
Yep.
I've been through a situation like that. So when you said
Yep.
choices, and Sonny also said there are choices that people need to consider. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially when it comes to life. I've made some dumb choices and
Yep.
hopefully they can take away from this project.
Yep, exactly. You know, and then also, you know, when I mention choices, it might not even impact you directly, but it might, you know, impact somebody else in your family or a friend. You know, so there's a lot of moments, and it's like I said, yeah, Sonny has a really powerful scene, and in my opinion, I think that scene is gonna go viral. You know, just because of the nature of the scene. Like, I wish I could just show it right now. Like, it was so
Mhm.
intense. But you know, people they're really gonna love it. They're really gonna love it.
All right, fashion dolls. That concludes that. Do we have any questions for Dewan? Because he is on set working on this project right now. Someone will take away from this. Absolutely. And it's
Yeah,
just like when I'm gonna add on to what Sonny just said. It's just like, okay, you're watching the film and it's like watching a two-way mirror. You're looking into a mirror because it's just like, I just had a friend who went through a situation like that, or I've been through this myself. So this is relatable to me. And sometimes watching a film can teach you something about yourself that you
yeah,
didn't even know.
exactly. And the scene, the reason why I think it's going to be so powerful is because it's something that we know that's going on, but to actually see
Yeah.
it is, you know, because even right now, you know, just me just even thinking about it, you know, to actually see it and hear it is gonna really do something to a lot of people, a lot of us. It really is.
Well, we're now at the end of this conversation, Fashion Dolls. Um, I'm going to let you close it out with the final thought of the day, Deron. So,
Hmm.
what is the word that you want to give people right now? Because we've talked about choices and having that
Hmm.
support circle. For the youth that is watching this interview, you have
Hmm.
sons and you have a daughter as well. And
Hmm.
I know they're probably out there watching somewhere with wifey. Hi, wifey. Hi, mom.
Yeah.
Um, the and I love what Lamar said Tuesday. He said that youth are watching us, children are watching us, and we
Hmm.
have to be careful what image we put out there because we got to be an example for with them.
Yep.
And you're an excellent example to your kids because you're working with them, you're letting them know about the industry and things like that,
Yep.
and getting them prepared. And more importantly, teaching them that it's important that you have core values, family values, and
Yep.
have a support circle around you, like your mom, like mom and dad, you know, because our time here is temporary and you only live once. So,
Right.
what
Exactly.
advice would you give to the youth that want to say, okay, if Dejuan can do it, if he can do it, or if Miss Stevie can do it,
Hmm.
what advice would you give to those type of people that are watching?
Really, just take advantage of. Kind of want to tie choices in there because
Yeah.
the choices that you make will create opportunities for you. And really, the whole key in life is you really have to take advantage of these opportunities. You have to be opportunistic, and sometimes you might only get one shot, but it's definitely going to present itself. But you have to put yourself in a position to take advantage of those opportunities. So I mean that's really like my best advice. Just preparation. Just prepare yourself, network, and the opportunity is going to come, and you got to take advantage of it. You got to. It's a small window, but it's definitely going to present itself. It's definitely going to present itself.
It's bringing you so much closer as friends and family. Go after your dreams; they will come true. For everything, and I'm also going to add on to that as well too. The one here says he's a what? Gemini, right?
Gemini, yeah.
All right, Gemini, I'm a Scorpio. I'm a water
Uh-huh.
sign. So me, I'm with Scorpios, we do things through passion, through fire. And that's my mom is a Libra. So I guess I get that passion and that ambitious and that aberration from her to keep
Hmm.
going. More importantly, just following what my heart's desire is. So I tell people this all the time: live life through fire. Live life through fire. And more importantly, whatever your passion, your dreams, your goals are, you
Hmm.
write them down. I create vision boards.
Yep.
So, write down whatever it is you want to work on. If you want to become an actor, there's classes out here.
Yep.
There's so many things, so much knowledge out here, and programs that can help. And people will be willing to teach you along the way. So
Yep.
you just got to be willing to take those opportunities.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, I just kind of want to give you guys a sneak peek. They're in the house shooting right now, but
All right.
we're out here making the movie.
They're out there working, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
So you
Yep.
guys
Yeah, they're in the house right now. Yeah, we got it's a whole crew of people. Yeah, so now it's lunchtime, so we about to get our grub on and finish out the day. We on day 7.
Sonny says, I'll see you on set, my brother. Hannah, have a wonderful, beautiful evening, y'all. I'm out.
Yep, yep.
All right, fashion dolls. I can't keep the wine any longer. As you guys can see, they're on set taping right now. They're about to go on break. But thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time. And we definitely got to have you back again in the future.
Oh yeah, for sure. And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dejuan Ford, Blackstreet Blues, please stay tuned.
Yeah.
Go and check it out. And all of the other amazing projects, Tina and Laura, all of these projects on Tubi TV and so much more. Joining me tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kevin Mark Trail. He will be here tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'm your hostess, Miss Stevie, and this is Style by Stevie Daytime Talk Show, where we talk fashion, lifestyle, culture, and so much more. I love you all, and you guys have a safe and wonderful evening. Take care, everyone.
Peace.